So in this part, we are going to start with drawing session. So we'll go to new and we'll take a drawing here and do OK. So when we open a drawing, we have the options will become here. You have to select the page. By default, we have some formats are there. We can select any format according to which paper size we want to use it. We can select. So here I'm selecting A4 landscape. You can see how it will be come. So if you selected anyone, you can do OK and you can see this is how the sheet format will be open. Okay. If you don't want to open like this, you can again go to new part. Okay. You can take a custom sheet. Okay, custom sheet we can take, and here you can specify what are the paper size you want to take. So do okay. So it will be only like just open a sheet, okay, not with the format. So there's a ways that you can directly open a sheet and you can start making your views. Okay, so generally what we do, we just go and we take any of that method. Like I'll prefer first method and do okay. Now, by default, it is giving you option here to model view option. You can browse a model from here and you can start like making a views here. So you need to browse a model from your folder. Let's go here.
Sir, it is only for 2D.
Yeah, it is only for making 2D,
Okay.
3D to 2D. So here, like we can choose a model. For that, we want to do 2D representations. So we'll take here, open, and we can place a view. So like this, you can move your mouse and it will automatically, now the command has been changed automatically here, projection view. So you can make a projections views like this. You can make a project and you can produce a different views, how you want to show. So this I did it like directly, but if you want, like if you cancel that command, in that case, you want to create the views. So how you can create? So in that cases, you go to drawing and go to the option model view. And then you browse the file, which model you want to create a drawing. Just select the model, open it, and place it. And then you can create another view of that. Like this way, you can show all the views. Your drawing will be added, the views will be added. So if I'm like created only one view, because with the model view, automatically it's projecting. But if you canceled after placing a one view, then how you can create a projection? So here they have given a projection view. We'll take this tool and we can create a projection while moving mouse up and down. Which side view you want to show? According to that, you can place a projection. Now, so initially right now, I just place this top side. This will be right hand side. So it will be top and right view. But you want that right now it is third, according to third angle projection, it is coming drawing. Okay. You want the drawing should be come according to first angle, means here will the bottom view and here the left view will come. You can change the sheet projections. Actually, we have to do some settings for that. So you can go to sheet and right click and go to properties of the sheet. You see here, what is the third, which angle of projection it is there, third angle. If you say I want to change it to first angle projection, selected here first angle and apply. That changes will be reflected in the drawing as well. This become bottom and this become like opposite side of the apply. See here, the view will be changed. So this way you can also choose the angle of projection. Okay, before making a view also you can set this, so your view will be produced accordingly. Okay, so let me edit it back to third angle projection. So I say I want to keep my drawing into third angle. Let's keep it into third angle. So the simple way that you can change the angle of projection. Next, auxiliary view. Auxiliary view when we have anything to be represent a normal to screen, and that cannot be initial level. It's not represented to the normal to the screen. A flat portion means I want to show flat portion of that. So I'll just bring any part where I can show this detail. So I'll bring one part here, open it, adding it here. Let me revolve it. Like if any view you don't want in particular direction, you want to change the directions, you can select the view and here you have a rotate tool. Define the degree of angle like 90 degree. and apply. So that will be rotated at 90 degree. Now you can produce another view from that. Like I want to make projection this side, or let's make it this side. I created a projection. Now, if I see this model, I can do dimensioning now. So I can do the dimensioning of flat portion easily. But when I talk about this portion, this is not flat to the screen. Okay, this is at an angle, so we cannot see in this view a flat view. So I want this portion to be shown in flat view. So I can do the dimensioning for that portion. So this is a part only that we are seeing here. So what we'll do, we'll just make a view perpendicular to this. Okay. So that will be become flat to the screen. So in that cases, we use auxiliary view, auxiliary meaning extra. So we are generating one extra view that does normally not exist. So we'll do auxiliary view command, and then we'll select this edge. And from that edge, I'm producing a perpendicular view. So many diagrams when we make, the things will be not able to show flat to the screen. So now you can see this portion is flat, but the lower portion is not flat. Okay. So you can do dimensioning of this portion easily here as compared to here. Now, if you want to do dimensions, you can go to annotations. As we take smart dimension there, here also you can take smart dimension tool and you can add a dimensioning, whatever you want to represent it. Like I'll take this angle, I want to represent it here. Yeah, like this, we can show angle and other distances. Maybe this distance we want to represent here. So here you can show this radius, diameter very easily. You can show the distance from this point, or take or delete the center mark. It's not coming as we want. We'll change the center mark to this part, and so we can take help of that and we can do dimension from that center mark. Like this way, we can do a normal representation. Then any other dimension you want to represent, you can show. Okay, so like this. So initial level, these dimensions are not like color. You can see very light color, like it's a gray out. So what you do in that case, you select all the dimension that you have. And go to others, and in that case you have to change the format of your drawings and it will be look a little darker. Now suppose this is a final drawing. If you want to print it, so like before that, let's edit that sheet, this details. If you want to edit your sheet, how you're going to edit the sheet? You can right click on the sheet and get the option edit sheet formats. Anything you want to change, I said this part I want to change it here. I'll just make auxiliary view. The review, click. Okay, so like this, I just added. Anything else you want to add it here, you can mention drawn by, like for example, I mentioned Salman. Okay. So like this, I just mentioned any details you want to mention, you can add the details. Then once you added your details, you can exit it. Okay. Now, okay, it's a drawing number. You can mention title here, drawing number. Okay. So now like this drawing, I want to save it. So you can save into PDF format. You can change this into DWG format as well. Let's see. So in that case, go to file and say save as. Define here what type of format. Initially SolidWorks format you want to saving, you can choose the same format. Okay, let's make auxiliary view drawing. Let's save on desktop. Save it. So that's the normal SolidWorks drawing I saved in. I'll go to save as, and I'm taking option like I want to save into DWG format, like AutoCAD format. Maybe I want to open and edit in the AutoCAD. I can do that as well. It's convert to AutoCAD. Now I'll convert into PDF as well. Save as and PDF formats. So you'll see PDF and go to desktop and save it out. So now you go to your desktop and you can see what are the drawings I saved. Here we have. Okay, so auxiliary view. is the PDF file. Then you can open an AutoCAD as well. If you have AutoCAD application, you can open that into AutoCAD. Yes, so you can see here the drawings in AutoCAD. If you need to do any editing, that can be easily done. You can see here, we can select the things. Okay, if you feel that you need to be changed something, you can do that editing and changes and then print it out finally. So this way you can bring your file into AutoCAD and you can do editing there as well. Next, let's take a new file and let's understand the next things. Next is about you want to make a standard 3 view. Standard 3 view means like which is possible according to the type of projection. You can take a directly command standard 3 view command option and browse a file. For that, you want to produce a 3 views. Select a model and click, and you see automatically software will be create the 3 view for that particular drawing according to angle of projection. Next, detailed view. Okay, when we use detailed view, when we have a larger models, okay, if you see, like when you have larger model, in that case, you want to cover a particular portion to be a double scale or triple scale 5 times. So you can just take that portion and you can do the dimensioning at that particular portion. So you can go to detail view command and you have to select the region. For example, like this model is very like, okay, within this, it's not required actually. Let's take any other model where I can do some representation of detail view. So let's go to another model, browse. Let's take this part. For example, this sheet metal body. I'm just taking this view. Like this, I taken it. So for example, I want to cover this area and I want to make a detailed view of that. In that cases, we can go to detail view and we can make a circle over that region, which I want to take another detailed. So it will be come out, whatever the view you have covered it in that. So scale factor, you can tell the software how much bigger scale you required. Okay, you can tell it here. By default is 1:5. Okay, let's get cancelled. Let me take it again. So by default, that is on 1:5. Okay. So you can see here, it will become at 1:5 scale. But when you do dimension will become at same scale. Dimension scale will not change. Dimension scale will be remain same. If I'm measuring any of the dimension, for example. So here, if we can see some values. Okay, this is portion is like, I think we cannot have, but let me try with model that have some dimensions. So like it is 9, if you notice that. Now here, if I do the same thing from here to here, you find that there's also 9 only. I mean to say that the detailing, the dimensions that we have on actual part, that will be remain same, only the view will be enlarged. Okay. So this is for better understanding of a particular section. So we can do a dimensioning and we can represent that properly. So that's how you can use a detailed view command. Next. Let's see broken out section view. Broken out section view we are using to broke the body and showing internal details. So we'll browse some model that I want to break and see the internal detail of the model. So let's get any other model. Let's take this one, open it. Like this, I placed a model and I'm going to take a broken view command and we'll just cover the area, how much area of the model I want to broke and see. You have to make a close spline on that. Then if you know the depth value up to that you want to break, you can type that and do okay. Or you select other view, any edge which will telling a distance. So I take in from that, like from there to there, this till this hole. I want to break this model to see the internal view. So do OK here, and you will find this will be break and will show you the internal detail of the model. This is how you can do. Next. So that is a breaking of view manually. You can create a sectional view. We have different section lines. We take a section view. Like if you want to produce a vertical section, you just produce a vertical line and do OK. You will get a vertical section cutout of the model. And maybe you want to represent a horizontal section cutout. You take a horizontal section line and do OK. You can represent. Okay, let's just flip the direction of view, and you can see we can represent this way also a sectional view of the model. Or sometime I don't want to show a both side by a sectioning, maybe only one side I want to do a sectioning. So you can go to section view and you can go half sections. You have different type of half section. How you want to represent, you can choose any of the half section as per the requirement. I'm taking here right side down. Let's take this. I'm placing one line here and do OK. You see what happened? It only showing me one half cross section and one half will be on solid. Okay, so this way also we do a representation of a model. Next is about a remove section. Like if you want to take a sectional view by some place, maybe you want to take for view purpose, you select edges, one edge and then opposite edge you can take. So what it'll do, it will be just cut out that region, okay, for you. Like you can say get a cut region of that particular portion. Okay, so we can cut a particular portion of region to view that if it is required. So that is like latest version we have this tool. Previous versions we don't have this kind of feature. So here you can cut a particular section and you can view that separately. Next is break view command. Break view command when we have a large model in size in the length. So to fit the model in the drawing, we used to use this break view command. So let me bring any larger model that I can fit here. So let's take some part. I have this connecting rod. Let's take this one. So I'm taking this to 1:1. Let me go and just adjust the drawing into 1:1. I'll go to custom scale and say 1:1. You see 1:1, this drawing is very big in the size. It's not fitting here. Means it is one view, one view is fitting, but if I want to fit one more view, then I cannot fit, right? So in that case, what can I do? In that case, I have to do something that I can shrink the size of the object. Okay. If you check the length of this line, this shaft here, you find this 185. Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to break this and shrink this. So we have one tool is there. It's called break view. We'll take this tool. You add a break line, like I want to break from here and break this much. This gapping also you can decide how much gapping you want to keep between them, and then you can arrange your view. When you do a dimension, you go to smart dimensions, annotate, and when you do dimension for this part to this part, or directly pick that edge, and you will find here dimension will come. Also the symbol will be coming that is representing the model. We are representing a break dimension. So total length is what? 185 only. So there's no changes in the length when we break it. Now next is we have to put one more view. That's why we did this all things, right? So you can place one more view easily. Now that can be easily placed that place. Otherwise, it will not fit this view due to the length of this portion. So whenever you have this kind of large models, this is the solution. You have to do it. Now next, we'll see crop view. So sometime in the drawing, we want to keep only a particular area. In that cases, we can crop the model and we can get a cropping view of that. Okay. So what you have to do first, you have to draw a sketch over that. Like what you want to crop it. I said this region, let's cancel it and take corner rectangle. I said this region of my drawing, I want to crop it, and rest of that I don't require. So do OK and go to drawing and say crop. Okay, so it's not become OK. Let's draw it again and let's remove it initially. I'm drawing it again. It's not taking it. So we'll draw the sketch again. So go to sketch and draw the sketch. And then go to the option drawing and take a OK here. And then click on crop view command. Why it's not working now? Maybe due to the break view. Let's remove this. Let's see only for single part, might be a reason. So now you see here. Let's do it again one more time. So directly go to sketch and take a tool and add it and do OK and go here and crop. Okay. If any other view is applied on that, it do not work. You have to work only when like there's no other view is created. So due to the broken view, it is not working. So when I delete that broken view, now you see it is working. So this is how you can crop a necessary portion of a view if you want to keep in your drawing page. And next, we are going to understand how to make alternate position view. Alternate position means if you have an assembly that is have a movable parts. So if you want to show a movement of assembly, then you can use alternate position view tool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to browse a model which will be have a movement. Okay, so like we'll just bring a part. I'm going to place a view of this, like take this view where I can show you change in the motion of the assembly. So in this part, you can easily observe that. We'll go to alternate position and click on the view. You can add some name here, like view 1. Okay. Now it will take you in the assembly window. Okay. Now here you can do the movement in this part. Then you will observe the changes. So I'll just pick this. Okay, keep it free, drag only. So initially little hold and then drag it. Okay, initially it will not doing, some problem is there. Let's do one more time. Alternate position view, click on the assembly, give the name and do OK. Now move this. What happened? Moving, but it's not moving in flat view. You see here, I moved it, the view,
Yeah.
it will be observed here. Again, we can try, we can go again, click over this, do OK, and we move it and do OK. So this is how you can observe when you have assembly, you want to show represent a motion in 2D drawing. This is how you can show that part is doing a motion. This is how it will show a change in assembly. Next, empty view. Empty view means like you have to create something extra that is not present in your drawing. For that cases, we use empty view command. So what I'll do, I'll just place empty view here, box. Then you can draw something inside that, that will be act as a view. Like I want to make a rectangle. Let's do a dimensioning on this part. So I say this to be 100 and this to be 60. Then I want to make a circle here. Then let's define some dimension for that part, like this to be 30. Okay, like this I created it. So now this will be act as a view. See here, wherever we move, it will be moving as a one single view. So this is how you can create a view. Now next, predefined view. Predefined means we can define how we want to place my drawing in all the views that we can use by predefined view tool. So you can go to predefined view and click on the screen. What is this first view? Just click here and decide from here. This is the standard views are available. From there, you can tell which view is the first. So I'll take that is will be my front view here. So I'll placing front view, do OK. Then again go and just tell, I said, let me place a top view here. I'll just select this view here and do OK. Then I want to place isometric view here. So I'll choose isometric. OK. Then I want to place a right view here. So I'll tell that I want to take a right view. So like this, I taken all the views that I want to place into my drawing. So now This is the predefined template I prepared it. Now we'll save this as a template file. Save as, you go here, drawing template. We'll save this as a drawing template. This drawing template name you can give it. Okay, like we can say XYZ. That is the name of our drawing template, and we'll save it. Do okay. So that document will be okay. Now you close it. Now how you can access that template that you have created? Let's take a new file. So here you go to advanced option. You find here. Okay, it's not saved. So let's save it again then. Okay. Okay, that is not saved, but I have already made one like that. There's some problem came, I think. So once you saved it, it's the same way we have to save it. Once we save the drawing template, we just select the template and we have to open it. You find there will be a template, will be open. Now, so here some view are already set it, and I have to only browse that model here to add in this view. So what you do, select this. Here you will get the option to browse a model. You can browse the same model or you can browse different models. So let me browse a model. Let's take this model. I want to add, open it and say okay. So that model has it. Like again, you can say browse, selecting the same model, open, yes, okay. Again, you do browse, same model, open, say yes, and do okay. Again, you go here and say browse, select the model, open, say yes, and say okay. So like this way, you can set your views, and in that views, you can add a model. Now next, suppose I had taken a by mistake a different model, wrong model, we can say. Now I want to change a model. So you have one option is there, replace model. Go to this option. You select all the views. It's already selected here. Browse a different model. For that, you want to add it here. Okay, I said I don't want to take this. Let me add a different model. I want to add this model. Open it and do okay. You will find here the current drawing will be updated. So this is how you can create views. Now next about annotations. We'll go to annotations. And from here, we can add smart dimensions. We can add model annotations. So first we'll see smart dimensions. So it's like a same dimension that we do in part design. You can take smart dimension and you can add a dimension to your part. Like you can select and you can give the dimensions. So as I told you, like initial level, the format is like none. So you have to set the formats. So it can be look dark. Okay. Okay, now next, like this, you can do anything, maybe radius you want to do, maybe diameter you want to do. Okay, all kind of dimension you can represent it here. Now, one more thing of doing a dimension, this is a way where we can define what are that dimension we want to show manually. You have one tool with that you can do automatic dimension that is called model item. You click over the model. So what dimension it's showing actually, what dimension you have did it while making the model. Okay, that kind of dimension is going to take it and do okay. Or something it take extra dimension also. So which thing now you see which dimension is suitable and to be representable, you can show the dimension in your drawing. Okay? You can change to radius, you can change to diameter, representation, you can change it. Okay. So if you feel that all dimensions are okay, you can keep them. You have to manage it. I don't need this one. Let me keep this to be managed here. And this one I want to show it here. Like this, I have shown all the details. So you have to manage it if you want. You can manage the things also. See here, I just manage it by moving the grips of the dimensions. So according to the view, you have to manage which you have to keep, which you have to delete. So this way we can do a dimension. Okay, now next, spell checker. If you're writing some spelling here, okay, you can write some text. You take another command, text command. So we'll take a text command here and we can write something like I want to write drawing, but I'll write wrong. Okay. So I'll write wrong spelling. Similarly, basis we can write something different things. I'll type like view I want to type. I'll type here wrong spelling. Okay. So I'll go here spell checker and click on this box. So it will start searching where are the problems in your file. See, it will suggesting you related option. You want to take drawing. What you want to take? I'll say I want to try drawing. So I'll take drawing and I'll say change it here. Then it will search for the next word if something is there. See, it's like that. I want to take it view or vein or will. What you want, you just select that. I said add a view option. So say change here. And then finally the spelling check is complete. It'll tell you the spelling check is completed. So this is how we can like add this. Next is, if in your project you want to do like array of text, you have option here. You can use a linear array. You can select this and you can make array in the particular direction. You define a distance between them and you can define the number of items. Both the directions. You can go and you can specify. Do okay. So it's very useful if you want to write something in particular fashion, like in that like sequenced. So in that way you can do it right. Use of this later means after writing your or doing array, you can make changes in the text. This way we can manage it. Now you can also do array like in the form of circular one. You want to do circular pattern, you can use here circular node and you can move the center where you want to keep the center of that array. And you can define the number of items that you want to take it and you can change the data if you want to change anything in that. So this way also you can do array. Now next is, let's take one different part here. So anywhere you want to represent a datum's details, you can go with the datum features. You can target a datum like this is my datum A. Okay. For if you have datums in your part, you want to represent datum features, you can add a datum targets to the drawing. Datum A, datum B, datum C, we can apply that datum features. So if you want to do apply datum target when we use when we marking some whole positions or something, a size and position. So in that cases we can use it. Now in this you can add a diameter of that particular hole. Like this is for example 12 dia, and on datum, for example, I say that will be on datum B. It is created. So you can mention on datum B. Like this, you can add a datum target to your file. Then anywhere in drawing, you need to be define a surface finishing. If we require to define a surface finishing, we go to surface finish. And here you have to fulfill the details of surface finishing according to what type of surface. So you have to define the details here, like maximum roughness, what you required. Then minimum roughness value, what you required. Then here we can define material removal allowance. Here you can define a process of your surface finishing and all. Like I said, grinding. So like this, you can fill all the data, and then where you are representing that surface finishing, you can add that symbols in your project like that. Okay, so this way we can add the symbols for a surface finished. So the manufacturer will be understand that he have to do a surface finishing in that particular areas. Next one, if you have like any holes are there, like we have holes. Initial level, it's coming a center mark, but in some situation, the center mark is not coming. You can take a center mark and you can add the center mark on that places by picking them. Okay. Next is if you have any shaft, like we have a shaft in previous case. So if you have any shaft part and you want to represent a center line in them, so you can use a center line method from there. Like for example, I'll just take this part. And if I want to represent the center line here, I can use center mark and I'll select this. We have to only select one single line itself. It will be automatically pick and add the center line. You can adjust it, the center lines. If you want to increase or decrease, you can do that. Then like if any of the model you are bringing and you feel that you need to be display a hatching in that particular model. So you can use hatch tools directly from here. Let's take any model. So let's take a part. Okay, so we don't have such a view, but let's add it randomly. So I want to do a hatching in this region. So you can go to annotate and you can take a hatch tool. So here, what type of hatch you have to do, you can choose the type of materials. After that, you have to define a location. Like for example, this area, I want to do a hatching in my part. Scaling, increase and decrease, you can do. Angle, you can change it if you require to change angle. Keep the format to this layer to format. So it'll become in black color and okay. This is how you can add a hatching in your project. Then if any of the portion you want to highlight in your drawing, you can use a revision cloud method. With that, you can highlight that particular area. Next, we'll see how to use hole callout. Okay, hole callout when we have different type of holes in the part and we want to represent hole dimension plus location. So in that cases, we use hole callout. So I'll take a new file, drawing and okay. So I'm bringing one part which will be have some holes in it. So here I have one part with some holes specifications. So go to hole callout command and I can pick the holes and we can show the details. So here you can read the complete detail of that hole. It's showing we have a counter bore hole, which will be having a diameter of 13.50 and the depth is 95. And again, that counter bore hole is 23.79 and depth is 7.5. Like this, you can pick second one. It is a counter sink hole. The details of that hole is there. Then this we can pick. This is a through simple hole. It's a through complete 26.84. And then you can pick this one and you have this is a 1/4 RC tabbed hole. Select this. What are the holes we have? We can pick and we can show the detailing this way. Hole representations. You can also do one thing. If you have any file with the holes, you want to represent a whole table of that. Okay, you want that will become in the table form with the exactly X and Y coordinate. You take this option. So define your X and Y where you want to make your X and Y. So define origin or tell your X direction, Y direction. And define hole edges. So what the software will do, it will be calculating your coordinate and the diameter of that holes type. So if you see here, if you see in this table, we have X and Y location of that hole with respect of this particular point. And it will also mentioning the hole number A, B, C, D, 1, E like that. So here you can see the complete detail of the holes also. So this way you can may prepare some hole material. Now next, if you want to prepare a bill of material, for example, if you have assembly files and you want to prepare a bill of material for them, how you can do that? So we'll bring one small assembly. So I want to make a drawing. I want to make a bill of material for this assembly. So we'll go here and we'll take bill of material. We'll click on this. And here you have so many standards, what you want. I'll take all standard one. So I'm taking bomb standard I won't take. So do OK and do OK. Then you will find a bill of material will be prepared. You want to delete any of the column, you can delete. I don't need this description column, so I'm deleting the description part from here. So you can simply go and delete column. So you can see here we have how many parts, how many components it's showing here. We have total 6 items, and the name we have given here, we can see the name of the parts, and then we have a quantity, how much quantity of that parts we have, that we can read it here. Now I want to mark the balloons on that which part it is there. So what do you do? Take balloon command, you can add one by one. There's one way that we can take a balloons and we can do one by one, each ballooning on the part. So one by one, we can do on small assembly. It is very easy. Like this small assembly, I can do that. But if it is a bigger assembly, then it will take too much time doing in that process. So what you do, you take here auto balloon method. In the auto balloon method, you have formats. You can choose format you want to show all side or layout this way. So how the layout of representation you want to do, you can choose from here. I'll like this one, will take this one, or you have option like it should be circular type, hexagon type, box type. The shapes you can change it actually. Okay. So which shape you like, you can take that one. Let's take a square shape and click, and also set the format to and do okay. So this is how it will be come out. Okay. And this is how it is telling that which part is it is. Fourth is what basically a cap. Then one is what basically a plumber block body. Two is what that the bearing, that is the bearing half bottom. And we can see this quantity one, and which is two quantity bolt and nut we have in two quantities. Now you can arrange them by using one option is called magnetic line. So you select this. If you want to arrange a little bit, you can move it like this. You can keep here, okay, how you want. Or you can also manage some angle. You can manage an equal distance between them like this. So that you can do in this particular tool. Okay, magnetic line. Now, if you making any drawing where you want to define any geometrical representation details, you can go to geometrical tolerances. So what type of tolerance you have in your parts for that model you're representing, you just mark that. So I said this is a flat model. The tolerance range at 0.01, and any other details you want, you define that. So material condition, you can define if it's a maximum material condition, least material condition. I said maximum material condition. Any other symbols you want to define as per the problem, define that, and then it's done. So this way you can also give a tolerance detail into your project. So these are all things we have in our drawing part.